Hello, kids, good evening, and I'm back with a new lesson with my friends. He's Balu and he's Jerry. Yes, your very own Jerry from your cartoon, Tom and Jerry. And this little Jerry, he's very upset today. Balu wants to know, why are you upset, Jerry? Oh, Balu, I got a chance to read Tom's diary. And what did he write in his diary? What has he written? What tell me? He has written, Tom likes cherry. Tom likes to eat cherry. Tom will chase Jerry. Tom will catch Jerry. Oh, really? He's written this? Oh my god. But, Jerry, while I was listening to what you were saying, I felt that Tom doesn't know how to write properly. What? He doesn't know how to write properly. Yes, he doesn't know. What did he write? Can you show me? Yes, here it is. Tom wrote, Tom likes Jerry. Tom likes to eat Jerry. Tom will chase Jerry. Tom will catch Jerry. Isn't it weird the way he's written? What do you think, kids? Has he written it rightly? Is it correct the way he's written? Yes, you're correct. He's not written it in a correct way. What did he do? He has repeated these words in these two sentences. Then over here, he has again repeated these three words in these sentences. So he's repeating the same thing again and again in his sentences. And he should avoid repetition. How is he going to avoid repetition? How are we going to study? What shall we be doing it? Let's study this. We'll see how can we write these sentences in shorter and better way. So let's begin. We first talk about these two sentences here. Tom, what does Tom like? Tom likes Jerry, right? Tom likes Jerry and he likes to eat him. Now, what did we do in this sentence? If you can all notice, what did we do? I have not repeated the word Tom and Jerry again and again. Instead of Tom and Jerry, I've written he and him. I have joined these two sentences as one sentence. Why? Because my purpose is to reduce the number of sentences. Now, which word did I use to join these two sentences? Yes, you're right. I have used the word and. Now let's look at another sentence. The other sentences which Tom had written. Now Tom writes that Tom will chase Jerry and Tom will catch Jerry. So now again we have to write just one sentence here. How will we write this? That Tom will chase and catch him. He's writing in form of a paragraph. Why shall I be repeating Jerry here? And then why shall I be repeating will chase, will catch, will and will again? I should not be repeating it. Which word did I use to combine those two sentences and form one? Absolutely correct, kids. I have used the word and. Now, do you know actually what are we talking about? Which part of speech are we talking about today? Yes, We are today talking about conjunctions. We are talking about conjunctions today. You got that right. And what are conjunctions? Conjunctions are words which connect sentences. Conjunctions are words which connect sentences. What are they known as? Conjunctions. What are they known as? Conjunctions are known as joining words. They are known as joining words. Now they connect sentences, not only sentences, they also connect phrases and they also connect words. Join. Connect means join. For example, let's take another example. And the example is I take milk and sugar. I take milk and sugar. Now, what am I going to show you? I'm going to show you something really very interesting now. And I'm going to show you this. You know, what is this? It's known as Fanboys. What is this known as? Fanboys. And if we just closely look at each and every letter of Fanboys, we'll find that each and every letter has a meaning. For example, F for and, A and, N nor, bo that's b, but, o or, y year, yet, s so. So each and every letter of Fanboys in itself has a meaning. Now we had done and. And means when we are connecting two similar things together. I like tea and coffee. I like chocolates and ice cream. Second method of using and is when I am using and for telling that I am, one action of mine will lead to another action. For example, if I'm using and then, what do we do when we enter a room? What do we do when we enter a room? I enter the room. I enter my room. And what will be my next step? And I switch on the light. Now here, it is not mandatory that I write I again here. I can remove it also. Both ways it is correct. So I enter my room and switch on the light. I enter my room and I switch on the light. I have used the conjunction and. Why did I use it? Because I want to show that what was my next step. So when we talk about the conjunction and, it does two things. One is it is connecting two common things together. And the second purpose is that when one action leads to another action, we join it using and. Now let's talk about nor. Nor is used for two non-contrasting items. For two non-contrasting items. Non-contrasting means negative. In layman term, I would say negative. Now look at the example. He doesn't eat cake. Doesn't means not. No, he does not. Nor does he eat biscuits. So I didn't write not here because I've already used nor, which means negative, which means negation. Now the next conjunction which we are going to talk about is or. It is or. Now what does or say? Or gives us a choice. What does or say? It gives us a choice. It gives us an alternative, right? Example. Would you like cake or biscuits with your coffee? So what would you like to have? What would you prefer? I would like to have cake or chocolate. I would like to have, cake or biscuits. So or gives us an option. The next conjunction which we will talk is so. So means for showing. the consequence of something. So means showing the consequence of something. For example, he was very hungry. So consequence means what is the outcome? What is the result? Consequence means what is the outcome? What is the result? So what is my outcome? He was very hungry. What is the outcome? He ate all the cake. He was very hungry, so he ate all the cake. And now in Fanboys, the next which we are going to look into is yet. This is yet, which means contrast despite something. And you know what? Yet has synonyms. Yet has synonyms like nevertheless, but, or still. These are its synonyms. And these all conjunctions, they give us contrast. They give us contrast. So let's look at this example. He's overweight and feels terrible. Yet he continues to eat lots of cakes and biscuits. Lots of cakes and biscuits. So kids, today, we have from Fanboys, we have talked about, if we look at Fanboys, what did we talk about from Fanboys? We've talked about and, we've talked about nor, we've talked about yet, we've talked about or, and we have talked about so. So in my next video, I am going to further talk about the conjunctions like but and